Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Bakhmut is the front, the axis, the location, the area where the heaviest, the fiercest fights between Ukrainians and Russians occur at this point. There's no other place on the entire front that is more contested or the troops are engaged in more attacks than Bakhmut at this point. I have here an article coming from the Ukrainian side confirming that, and obviously you put your Ukrainian filters for that, but as you would put your Russian filters for the articles coming from the Russian side. So this article comes from Ukrainska Pravda, that's a Ukrainian media outlet. It is from Tuesday, the 31st of January 2023. This is the title. Over 40 battles with Russians take place in a day near Bakhmut. Now, where is Bakhmut? Bakhmut is right here. So I'm going to start from far away. This is Europe. Obviously, here is Ukraine. This little blue thing is where Bakhmut is. From here, this is Russia. This is Belarus. This is Romania. This is Moldova. This is Crimea. This is the Black Sea. Let's go down. So Black Sea, Crimea, this is where Bakhmut is, in the Donetsk Oblast, right here. This is the Dnieper River, right here. Cuts Ukraine in two. This is Kiev. So let's go and see right here. This is where Bakhmut is. As you can see, Bakhmut is in a intersection of various roads going from all directions, from northwest, from west or southwest, from south. All this is a hub here. Remember, this is Soledar right here. What is it? Right north of it. That was taken by the Wagner group and the Blahodatne. I'm sorry. So here is taken. So the Russians are coming this way and probably going to go like this. And this is where the fiercest fight on the front occurs. According to the Ukrainians, over 40 battles with Russians take place in a day near Bakhmut. 42 combat encounters between Ukrainian troops and Russian occupiers took place near the city of Bakhmut over the day. I point this thing out each and every time. I don't read Ukrainian army, I don't read Russian army. I either have troops or occupiers or other terms, but do not have Ukrainian army or Russian military or Ukrainian military sometime. And I wonder why. And my explanation is because Ukrainian troops and Russian troops are formed out of many auxiliary troops. You know what auxiliary troops, if you're familiar with the Roman Empire, that's what they started relying on more and more and more until Rome collapsed, obviously. And that is auxiliary troops employed for money and threats and blackmail to fight for you from the territories, from provinces occupied. And you get them and they fight for you. They usually sent in the dirtiest places to fight or the most dangerous. And then you come with your legion, Roman legions, and claim victory. And I'm not trying to minimize the Roman legionnaires because I like them a lot. Now, let's move back to this. Remember, Russia has a lot of legionnaires and mercenaries, as they're called here, but the word is used in the wrong way. The same as Ukraine. So there are troops of auxiliary troops from the Donetsk, Luhansk People's Republics, from Kadyrov, from Chechens. The same with Ukrainians. They have the international, whatever that is, legion, foreign legion. They say they're volunteers anyway. Source, Serhiy Khrevatny, spokesman for the Eastern Group of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, on air of the National Joint 24/7 newscast. This is a source. Quote, Bakhmut continues to be one of the main fronts of the enemy's attack. There, they struck our positions with tube rock rocket artillery 197 times on January. There were 42 combat encounters. Over the day, 277 enemies have killed. Over the day, 277 enemies have been killed. 258 have been wounded. Khrevatny added that equipment and ammunition are being regularly delivered to Bakhmut. He also said that the Russians are trying to seize the initiative near Liman, Donetsk Oblast. Okay, where is Liman? So we know where Bakhmut is, right? And from this, we just go somewhere in the north, right here. This is where Liman is. So this is Liman. So I covered this Liman and Bakhmut offensive of the Russian army, or Russian troops, let's be more precise or proper. These two things are where the Russians are advancing or trying to advance. These two right here, or Liman is right here, got it ready for you, right here, and Bakhmut is here. Either way, Liman. So this is where actually the Russians attacked Chernihiv Oblast, Sumy Oblast, Kharkiv Oblast, Donetsk Oblast, Zaporozhye and Kherson Oblast. All these are under attack, all this. So it's not like they have a pause. Okay, let's see what is Khrenavti added. Let's see. Background. On 29th of January, the Institute for the Study of War, ISW, reported that conventional Russian forces are likely to be replacing exhausted Wagner group from the to maintain the offensive in Bakhmut. So there were a lot of articles coming from the West saying that here in Bakhmut, the Wagner group will not fight because they already fought in Soledar, right here, if you remember Soledar, the salt mines, and they took Blahodatnya right here. So this is in Russian hands. They came from here, went here, ran here, and now they're coming down here. They also attack here. So that means this Bakhmut is going to be either surrounded or just rolled over if it goes, if it continues the trend. In Bakhmut, we have the Azov battalion, if you remember that one. There was deployed over there. Now the Azov battalion is the one that they claimed has a Nazi ideology infiltrated, and its members are this and that. The ones who surrendered or part of it at that time surrendered in Mariupol. Remember the Azovstal steel plants where they were encircled, and after about a month they came out to save lives, saying that they achieved their goal. Whatever there was, they captured you. Anyway, about 2,500 people, so 2,500 civilians and Azov battalion. Now from a battalion, Azov increased to a regiment, and now is 3 regiments, so it's even bigger than that, and it has its own little troops surrounding them, a little auxiliary helpers, I guess. So they thought it's going to be a showdown between Azov battalion and Wagner group. Well, Wagner group was pulled out, according to these guys. I don't know for what, for a vacation in, I don't know, Tahiti or something. We're going to find out later. They're going to show up in a different location. Maybe because Bakhmut is already finished, or maybe because they're afraid they will not be able to do anything over there. On the other hand, how should I put it nicely? The American strategists urged the Ukrainians not to focus on Bakhmut anymore, but instead focus on the southern part in order to conduct an offensive towards probably Crimea. They've been talking about Crimea. If Crimea falls, the whole Russia falls. Anyway, maybe, you never know, maybe that's the Achilles, whatever, heel. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.